Do you ever wonder how some saxophone players play incredible solos that seem effortless? After decades of teaching and performing around the world, I can tell you that it's much more about how you practice rather than what you practice. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to practice 10 awesome pentatonic scale patterns to develop smooth, fast saxophone technique, solid rhythm, and killer improvisation chops so you can play better solos starting today. I'll put sheet music on the screen so you can follow and play along on any saxophone, and I've put a link in the description where you can download the PDF for free, as you're going to want to practice these exercises for months and years to come. Let's jump right into Pentatonic Pattern 1. This is just the pentatonic scale going up and down, but we want to start the pattern on every note of the scale. So at the end, we do this little skip to neatly get into the next iteration of the pattern. Now we play the same thing going down. I'm playing these in the key of concert F minor, which allows everything to lay nicely on both alto and tenor saxophones. I encourage you to extend these patterns to the full range of your instrument. Go to your highest note and lowest to get the most out of these. This is just a condensed version of the first pattern. You'll notice as we go through these that I'm just rearranging the notes in slightly different ways. That's what practicing patterns is all about. We're not just getting cool things to play under our fingers, we are training ourselves to be able to play countless variations of the same thing with ease. Pattern 3 is another simple variation where we are just displacing the starting note of pattern 2. As you practice these things, I want you to make accuracy your #1 priority. Only play these at a tempo where you don't make any mistakes. Slow and accurate practice trains us to play without mistakes. If you're making mistakes in your practice, you're training yourself to do just that. The only possible result of mistake-filled practice is mistake-filled performance. This pattern introduces more skips, which makes it sound interesting and gives your fingers a new challenge. The 10 patterns in this video are not in any particular order. I want you to mix them up in your practice sessions. Try choosing 2 or 3 of these per day to warm up on. Make sure you mix them all in though. Introducing new practice material on a regular basis gives a serious boost to your rate of progress. If you're playing along with me, fantastic. But remember, I want you to practice these at the tempo you can play them at comfortably with no mistakes. That's going to be quite slow at first. On the free PDF, these patterns are all written out for you, transposed for alto and tenor saxophone in the key of concert F minor. Members of Better Sax have access to a much more in-depth PDF that has additional patterns and a bonus hack that instantly doubles what you can get out of these. If you just want the free stuff, that's great. But if you want my help improving your saxophone sound, rhythm, and improvisation skills, there's a link in the description where you can learn more about becoming a Better Sax member. Let's move on to pattern 5. I call this the Bergonzi pattern because I first learned it from his book. It's a challenging one that sounds very cool and angular. As these get more tricky, it's really important for you to do a check on your physical tension. When we play, tension creeps into our hands and shoulders. This causes us to play with poor rhythm and can lead to injury and chronic pain. I am constantly reminding myself to relax, and so should you. This is another easy variation of pattern 2. These patterns don't just work for pentatonic scales. You can actually apply them to any kind of scale you want. Try some of these out on your major scale and see what you get. This one is a variation on pattern 4. I used to practice scale patterns like these, thinking that the idea was to play them in solos. It took me a long time to realize that that's not really how good improvisation works. Instead of trying to force these things into solos as they are written, we'll get much better results if we just think of the pattern practice as preparation for flexible and creative improvisation. I learned that if I practice a lot of different pentatonic scale patterns like the 10 I'm giving you in this video, then when it comes time to improvise, I can do so fluidly without thinking too much. Interesting improvised lines come naturally and just flow. There's no need to force anything. In this particular variation, we're making groups of 3 notes, which creates a nice rhythmic effect. I'm starting pattern 9 descending, just to switch things up. Some of these patterns may sound better to you going down than up. The more you practice, the more the stuff that sounds good to you will naturally make its way into your solos. Just don't force it. Before we play pattern 10, I want to remind you that the link to get the free PDF is in the description of this video. Once you download it, feel free to watch the video again and play along with me. You can slow down or speed up the video as necessary using the player controls. This is a very important one, and I probably shouldn't have put it last. As I said earlier, your rhythm is the most important part of everything you play. As you work through these, focus on improving your time as much as possible. Mixing in triplets is a simple way to instantly vary what you play, and we need to practice playing triplets for it to get comfortable. Better Sax members will have access to the more in-depth version of this PDF where we apply these patterns to another pentatonic scale that nobody talks about much, but can make everything you play sound much more interesting. Go watch this video here where I explain what this scale is and how it works.